Happy Monday to you guys. Adria here with Jacqueline and D'Anthony. How was your weekend, guys?
It was busy.
Yeah?
It was
Yes.
great though. I had a great weekend.
Okay. All right.
awesome.
Tell me why.
Well, USA won. I'm very happy about that.
Yes.
And then I was hate watching on the Knicks or on the Spurs, and then they lost. So I'm very happy going into Monday.
Good.
I think
Yeah.
there are a lot of Oklahoma and Thunder fans who kind of have that extra Knicks pick-me-up today.
Oh
Oh, yeah.
Orange and blue.
Orange
won
and
either
blue.
way.
Yes. A lot of people are happy about the Knicks win and Team USA's win.
Mm-hmm.
The Knicks once again came from behind, and then Team USA, I've never seen them play that well in the World Cup. So I'm very excited to see the rest of their group games. They've got another one on Friday against Australia, so I'm super excited about that. My weekend was pretty busy.
Yeah.
My daughter finally had her birthday party with all of her little friends. So we went and we sang karaoke, and which was very entertaining.
I bet.
Those kiddos, they don't really know. The more you do karaoke, the more you get used to trying to follow along exact rhythms and time and everything.
I'm sure.
It was funny. They were singing, and I was like, "You're a whole line off." I kept trying to sing with them to catch them back up to be on time. But so that was fun. They loved that. And then we went and did arcades, and the arcades I bought these extra little cards for the claw machines that they could use. So I bought all these for all the kids to do, and then literally they were done and out of the claw machine money in 5 minutes.
I'm sure.
I said, "You got to be kidding me. I spent all this extra money in order for you guys to try to, win stuffies and these, and you spent all of it in 5 minutes?"
Yes.
That's ridiculous. It was ridiculous.
But did anyone?
No one won a single stuffed animal. So, yeah, it was not. I thought, okay, you guys can stretch this out over a good 45 minutes or so.
I'm sure.
No, they came back. I was talking to some of the other moms, came back 5 minutes later, and they said, "We're out, and we didn't win anything." And I was my mind was blown. I could not believe they used that card so quickly. So I was like, "Well, tough. Sorry." So we had we had lots of cake that we brought home and cake balls, and it's been sitting in my my kitchen just staring at me for the past 2 days. So I'm trying to let all the kids and my husband eat it off before I finally dive into it. So it's good though. That's what I'm saying. It's good, and I don't need it. So a lot of fun weekend, a lot of fun things we got to do. We went for a walk at Mitch Park too, and watched all the games. We watched OU's baseball game too. So this was just a great, fun weekend.
Adria.
Oh, Texas lost. Are you okay over there?
Is he okay?
I mean, we were going to lose. It's Georgia, so OU has to deal with Georgia now. So
I know.
For some reason, I feel like it's not going to be a problem for OU, but
yeah,
fingers crossed.
OU is hot right now. They are so hot.
Fingers crossed.
And that just left a weird taste in my mouth. Just complimenting OU.
Look at you. The longer you live here, the more you like them.
But they're pretty good.
I wanted to talk a little bit about the weather that we saw this weekend. We really did have great weather, but there was some storms. The Ponca area had some storms. They were without power and some down trees and down power poles Saturday night there. Also, over in the the northeastern part of the state, over in Cherokee County, they saw some really bad flash flooding there. They had a water rescue at a campsite in Cherokee County. Authorities were able to help 15 people who had to be rescued. They were got to safety at the Little Fields campground near Peggs, which, if you don't know where that is, that's very close to Tahlequah. And the Illinois River runs through there, which is a huge, popular canoeing and camping area. A lot of people float the river. 15 people at that campsite had to be rescued, and they had to get these water boats to bring them in and drag them in order to save all these people. So, thankfully, the good news here is that no one was injured. But look how high the water is there.
I'm sorry, but I thought I saw a sign just floating. No posts.
You probably did.
You probably did. Yeah, you probably did.
I'm sorry. I don't know why.
So this area right here, I actually went to college. I don't know if it's floating.
Oh, you did go to college out.
I did. I went to college in Tahlequah, so I floated this area multiple times in the Illinois River, and it's a lot of fun. It's a very popular spot for all of the college kids and some of the other people that live in that area. They go, they rent canoes, and boats, rafts, and then they drop them off and they float down, and just it's like a fun little lazy way to spend the day. And then people will camp a lot of times, especially during the summer, out on the at these campsites out there on the water. So
it's very busy this time of year.
So busy this time of year, and they're very lucky that all 15 of those people were okay and rescued safely and not injured. So
truly remarkable. Honestly.
Yes, very, very remarkable. So I'm very glad that they were all okay, because there's been some times where they've had some really bad flooding and people couldn't make it out in time, so it's just a scary thing.
Well, just this time last year in Texas, they were having big flooding. A lot of parents are nervous when we see weather like that during summer camp time.
Yep, for sure. Absolutely. Yep. So very glad everybody's okay. But when we come back, we're going to talk about how much Oklahoma City is growing, and it might surprise you when we come back. We were just talking about some water rescues over the weekend from people camping, and you just sent your kiddo off to camp. Jacqueline, are you okay?
Actually, I'm not. I'm not okay.
No.
He usually does a full week of overnight camp, but this time he's doing 2 weeks.
Oh.
And that's a lot of time.
Yes.
And I know they're super safe, but it's definitely something I think about when I see water rescue footage and stuff like that. Definitely makes me feel extra anxious.
Yeah, I bet.
So I have a question, because I'm not a parent. So, but like, I'm just guessing, like, before y'all had kids, y'all know, you're like, the world's fine. But I guess
it's definitely
when you have a kid now, you realize
all the dangers.
Is that yes. a thing? Because I thought that was just my mom just being...
No, D'Anthony. Oh, Lord, no.
No, and I used to be the danger seeker, I'm realizing, and now I have a child that does the same things I do, so it's...
Yep. We just ran a story this morning about how a teenage girl did this Benadryl challenge from TikTok, and she now is on life support. And every part of my mind just constantly kept thinking, I have a 13-year-old son, and he could end up like this girl. I have to go home and remind him, this is dangerous. This is what happens. Like, you have to, and you're not trying to be like doom and gloom for your kids, but you also have to make sure that you educate them so they know when they see this silly thing on TikTok about a Benadryl challenge, which they just take the medicine or something, and I think they take too much of it, and it causes them to get sick and die. And I'm trying to teach them from peer pressures too. Like, if your friends try to get you to take this or do whatever, you never take anything that you don't,
And that's my kiddo. I very much worry about him falling to the pressures of the big kids because they're cool and he really wants to be like them. And so, if they said I should do it because it's safe, then, why not?
Yeah. A lot of those kids would rather fall to the pressure than be teased and made fun of, because they will be when they don't do these, silly, crazy, dangerous things that. So yes, to answer your question, D'Anthony, yes, we worry about everything, and you worry about things when they're first born, like them choking on something, or something bad happening when they're baby. And then as they get up to toddlers, them running out in front of a car while they're chasing their ball. And then when they get to teenagers, the peer pressures of it. And then when they get to drive, getting in car, it's forever. And it only expands and gets worse the older they get. So that'll never go away. So my mom still prays about me every single day and worries about me every single day because that's just what moms do. It's what parents do.
So, D'Anthony, after the show, you should call your mom and just thank her.
Yeah. I tell her how much you love her.
Just thank her and
that you're very sorry for putting her through so much undue stress for the past 20 years.
I think the only stress I've done is played baseball.
No.
Oh my gosh. I thght my mom was being dramatic, but looking back on it, I appreciate her effort because other moms don't do this. When I get hit in the neck by a fastball and I'm on the ground, and all I hear is my mom. She goes, Allison, is he okay?
Yeah.
I'm going to get on the field. And then she gets on the field and I'm like, oh, no.
See, yes, she cares about you. She's making sure that you're okay. Yep. All right. When we come back, we were going to talk about the growth in Oklahoma City, but we're going to do that after this next break. So we'll be right back. All right, we have some big news here in the metro we want to share with you. According to the newly released census data, it shows Oklahoma City is now the 21st largest city in the U.S. Can you believe that?
That's pretty impressive.
That is impressive. 21st largest city in the U.S. The population now a little more than 719,000, and that's just obviously within the Oklahoma City limits. Also making history, our neighboring suburbs, they have surpassed more than 1 million people for the first time. So that includes places like Moore, Norman, Edmond, Yukon, Mustang, all those, Dale City, all those to combine for over 1 million people, which is really, really impressive. OKC is now ranked 12th in growth among the top 15 cities from 2024 and 2025. Of course, Mayor Holt discussing this on his social media pages and saying some of the things that come with growth they also have some growing pains. Things are going to topics and different situations that they're going to have to think about with the growth, including transportation, streets and roads and things like that, because that means more drivers. So, but super excited that we're seeing all this incredible growth here in Oklahoma City.
Y'all will finally get to experience standstill traffic.
No, I do not want it. I do not want it, Nancy. Do not wish that on us.
I grew up with standstill traffic, and every time I talk to one of my neighbors, is like, I've never done. I'm like, just you wait.
We will never be the size of DFW. I mean, that is just not ever going to happen.
Not in our lifetime.
No, but I mean, we will. The traffic will pick up and get worse as there's more. But it will never be.
I don't
like that.
I'm going to play devil's advocate here and say, I don't want to say that we'll never be that until after we have the Olympics and the new stadium arena downtown.
You cannot tell me that millions more people will move here just because of the Olympics and the new stadium. It's not going to happen.
I'm just saying OKC is a hot place to be.
It is.
A lot of people are watching.
Agreed. I totally agree, but we
could have. I'm saying we could have standstill traffic. Standstill traffic could happen.
I don't know. DFW is the 5th largest. In the country.
Where are we at though?
21.
Okay,
but that's you're talking millions and millions and millions. There's no way it's going to. It can't. It would not sustain.
I just want to say, Holt said we are becoming a big league city, and I'm
yes, I agree.
Feeling it.
I agree.
So people back home, at DFW, we're always complaining about people from California coming over to DFW.
Oh.
Well, I think y'all are going to complain that people from DFW is coming over here.
Probably
because it's so affordable
and
here.
It's close. It's much closer.
And I got the Thunder, so it's hard not to move.
True, you guys might not have the Mavs much longer if they move the Mavs to Arlington, though. At least that's still talking about the new arena, which I think is pretty cool. We got a sneak peek at the Coliseum. Look on the inside. Have you seen this, D'Anthony? It looks pretty cool. Take a look. Of course, we know the old Myriad gone. Construction on the $1.2 billion new arena is already underway, as you can see it there. So the city's art commission, they are discussing these conceptual designs that you see right here. This is terrazzo floors throughout the entire concourse. Those are designed by Matt Goad. Those are also in the Will Rogers Airport. He's the same guy that designed those. So they're going to be in both, apparently, if it's approved. But the floors are part of the city's required municipal projects that were set aside 1% of the total budget for public art installations, which is great. Keeping some local art in there. And the floors, I mean, I thought the floors looked beautiful. They almost looked like they said OKC ingrained into the floors, which was really, really cool.
And then there was one still, like, I don't know where this is in the arena, but there's like a man, or I can't describe it, but it was like walking into Will Rogers Airport. It's I don't know.
Okay, you're gonna have to show it to me here so I can see it. Like, is it just like a pretend AI man that they use?
No, it's
an actual like sculpture.
It was kind of like a graffiti man.
Okay,
I'm not too sure. I remember seeing this on Instagram, only one picture, and I was like, oh man, that's really cool.
Yeah,
they didn't show that in the video.
So you can almost see where it says O, like an O, but I don't know if it's supposed to say. Anyways.
And then if you look at the other way, it says C.
There you go. Okay. Anyways, I think they look great. They look really, really good.
Fast.
I mean, it's going to take them. I mean, it's expected to be due 2028, and hopefully they can stay on track.
But like that's still fast to me.
I think it's pretty quick. Yeah.
Really? Just to have, the cleared off? Well, they've been working on it for a few months, haven't they?
Yes.
See, I'm just so used to like when they're announcing like these new stadiums or like new arenas, it usually takes like 5 billion years. I'm just being
5 years instead of 2 is what you're saying?
Yeah. So I'm like, man.
Well, I hope, fingers crossed, they do get it done on time, because it would be really fantastic to have that open around the same time as the Olympics here. And then also the new soccer stadium.
Oh yeah.
So people that are going to be here, they're all going to get to have an opportunity to take advantage of all this. That would be super cool.
And then we win a championship.
Yeah, we will. You know it. Speaking of championships, we've run this story before about how there's a little boy, or he's not little. His name was Stone, and he was a huge Thunder fan. Loved the Thunder, right? And there was these basketballs that were popping up all across yards across Oklahoma in honor of him, in honor of Stone. Remember, we did this story. This is in the Nichols Hills area, and all of these basketballs were popping up to honor him. He died from fentanyl nearly a year or so ago. So their goal was to get 500 basketballs in honor of Stone, but that quickly grew to 5,000. And so now that the playoffs and the championship is over with, what do you do with 5,000 basketballs? Well, apparently you do another miraculous thing, and you donate them to the Cleats for Kids organization so they can have a second life. So what they're doing now is they're giving these basketballs to Cleats for Kids, and then they will give those to children all the way up to 18 who don't have access to these basketballs or equipment because they can't afford them or don't know how to get them. And you can make an appointment, come to their shop, and everything inside is free. So you have these kids that are just wanting to be part of basketball, can't even afford a basketball or cleats or shoes, basketball shoes for the court. They can go to Cleats for Kids and now have the opportunity to have one of those basketballs and get some shoes and all that kind of stuff. So look at them in the way that Kim, who's Stone's mom, has honored him. Is really spectacular.
Yeah,
so.
I love that his legacy just continues to grow and grow.
Continues. Yeah, it's amazing. Her. Yeah. When we come back, we're going to talk about our bizarre holidays of the day. Don't go anywhere. Have you guys seen on TikTok or social media all the European folks who are in town that are in the United States who are watching the World Cup, and they're like, Americans do things so differently,
yes.
Or one person that he said, if you planned, he said, everybody thinks they can come here and just walk You can't come here and walk. America's too big. You can't come here and walk. It's not like England where you can walk. You can't walk everywhere. It's going to be a rude awakening, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
It's so funny. I love how I've seen, they love it here, obviously, but the differences between the countries and the areas and regions and stuff has been pretty interesting to watch. By the way, I know we mentioned this earlier in the show, but USA plays Australia Friday. So 2:00, I think. So as soon as I get off work, going home, putting on a soccer jersey, and I'm watching some soccer. All right. I know you guys will be too.
Oh,
you guys will be too, for sure.
Definitely, for sure.
Here's our bizarre holidays today. International Working Animal Day.
Megalodon Day.
Nice.
National Bug Busting Day.
Bug busting.
I don't know what.
I don't either, my friend. I don't either.
Like
I think squashing them.
With fly swatter.
Oh.
National Prune Day.
Nature Photography Day.
And Sneak a Kiss Day.
Oh, sneak a little kiss. Those are your bizarre holidays of the day. However you wish to celebrate them, pick one, have fun with it. I'm pretty sure Sneak a Kiss Day might just make sure it's someone that you know.
Bug busting.
That's right. All right. Have a good one. We'll see you tomorrow.